Welcome to the IT Fundamentals Training Series. This is episode 32 and the wrap-up summary section of our Chapter 3 efforts. So join me. Let's figure out what all happened in the past couple of days. Welcome to the IT Fundamentals Training Series. I am your host, Mark Haupt, and let's dive right into episode 32, where we're going to talk about the wrap-up for section or chapter 3. First of all, exam essentials. They want you to understand the roles of servers and workstations. And we dove into that and realized that servers and workstations, it really depends on who's using the end side. Servers are looking at applications, serving up applications, serving up files, serving up services to the end user who is sitting on a workstation that's operating things that like your email client or your application client and so on and so forth. So the workstation is the endpoint. The server is, as its name says, the item that serves up. But really, they're both computers, and both devices could, in fact, act as servers. It's not a matter of anything other than designation of function. Now, of course, you do need to fine-tune each device in order to operate effectively and appropriately. Next thing is understand the unique methods that you can use to interact with mobile devices. And I find this interesting, and it's going to be easy for most of you. We know the ways we interact with these mobile devices are, with our Wi-Fi, Bluetooth synchronization of our applications, and interacting just simply by touchscreen type of situation. Now, know how to configure your external connections on your mobile devices. And again, we're talking about Wi-Fi here. So they're really putting a lot of emphasis on these mobile devices. Remember, mobile devices are either the tablet or your watch or your phone. Collectively, all of these types of devices on there. Know how to deal with the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth aspects of them. Know how to, for some reason, know how to turn on and turn off the airplane mode on your particular device. That seems to be an important thing that they want you to know. And if you're not familiar with the Apple iOS because you have an Android or a different kind of a device, take a look at the book that shows you how to turn on the airplane mode, and vice versa. If you are an Apple user, take a look at the book and how to or go look up extra material on how to address airplane mode with other devices like Android. All right. The rest of the stuff is regarding applications and dealing with cellular connections and things like that. And then we talked about IoT and just the fact that there's consumer applications as well as commercial applications for the IoT. Just know what some of those are. So your consumers are home-based, usually thermostat, security systems, CCTV cameras, doorbells that are intelligent devices or smart devices. And then your commercials are commercial IoT devices are medical devices, manufacturing, transportation, things along those lines. All right, Chapter 3, Lab. It says you can find the answers in Appendix A. IT professionals need to know how to use a variety of devices in order to help clients fix issues properly. Even if you're not pursuing an IT career, knowing how to work with different devices and their operating systems can help you easily navigate through problems when you encounter something unfamiliar to you. So this is typical troubleshooting process, which is very important in life in general. How would you troubleshoot a flat tire? How would you troubleshoot, any number of things? Like, for example, being in the airport and your flight is delayed or canceled. How do you troubleshoot getting on that next flight or what you do? So that's why they're saying, hey, you know what? These things are important for you regardless. After all, the users do the same type of tasks on nearly all computers, regardless of the size or the OS. The trick is to figure out how to do it on a system that which you are not familiar with. The lab will have you install the Andy emulator on your computer and familiarize yourself with the Android operating system. They're assuming most people are using the Apple operating system. And it goes on from there. and you can work your way through these because these are hands-on type of things. I encourage you to go and download that application onto your computer, because remember what I was talking about earlier. If you are an Apple user and you're not familiar with Android, you probably need to be familiar with it in order to get a couple of questions right on the exam. All right, let's take a look at the review questions. Again, like we've done in the past, we're not going to go through every single one of them. We're going to hit a couple of them to take a look at them and address them. We don't want to take the time, if you will, to spend on every single one of them, but it's important to take a look at a few of them that might be somewhat confusing. And again, if you have some that you find confusing, please just feel free to communicate with us. There it is again, mhaupt@commonsensesecurity.net, right over my, well, I call it my left shoulder, but it may be on your right side as you look at the screen. But anyway, let's take a look at these. Question number 4, you want a device to hold files for several users to access on a network. What type of device do you need? A file console, a tablet, a server, or a workstation? Well, keep in mind what the purposes of each of these devices are. So a file console would be, never heard of it in the computer world. So why don't we just go ahead and scratch that off? Now, I have heard of a file server, and I have heard of a cloud file zone or something along those lines, like Google Drive, but I've never heard of file console. So let's just scratch that one off. Let's look at the tablet. Do we want to host files on a tablet so several users can use them? Probably not. Tablets are not designed for hosting large amounts of data. Usually you're looking at 256 gigabits or less of data storage, and that includes all your applications, pictures, and everything else that you would put on a mobile device, which a tablet is. So probably not that one. Then we see server. Well, that might be it. And then the workstation. Oh, wait. I was going to select server, but workstation has an option here. And so which one becomes the better answer, the right answer? Well, truthfully speaking, both the server and the workstation can serve up files as long as they are both network addressable to multiple or several users, as the question asks. But the right answer, the best answer, is item C, which is server, because that is its prime purpose, is to serve things up so that end users can utilize them, multiple end users can utilize them. All right. So here's another one. Item 6, what type of IoT device is used to control the temperature in your home? A thermostat, a security system, a home appliance, or a command center? Well, a security system doesn't deal with temperatures. Home appliance, you could argue that is, but I don't know. Home appliance is more like a TV or stove, microwave, refrigerator. So I'm going to scratch those two out. Command center seems interesting, but my answer is A, and that is the correct answer, is that the thermostat. Just like anything else that controls the temperature in your home, the answer is A. Now, I'm going to go over the back of the book because, every now and then I might be surprised, but no, I'm not. So a command center, though, could be used to deal with the thermostat or the temperature in your home if, in fact, it was a command center that was operating for a lot of IoT devices. So, for example, a security system plus a thermostat, plus perhaps electrical lighting system, for example. But that's a stretch. Thermostat is the right answer. All right. 15, a pacemaker. As an example, what type of IoT device? A medical device, home appliance, security system, or IP camera? And this one's pretty easy. It's a medical device without question. So question 13, you are setting up a new Wi-Fi connection on your Android phone. What step do you take after turning on Wi-Fi? A, verify wireless capabilities. B, enter the wireless password. C, verify the internet connection. D, locate the SSID. Now, you notice they talk about Android. You talk about Wi-Fi connections. Honestly, this is the type of question that you're going to get, even though I want you to go download Andy and play with Android if you are an Apple user, or vice versa. Download the products that you can simulate an Apple phone with. This is the type of question that you're going to get, and you could probably deduce what the answer is here, because it's the same process whether using Android or if you're using a an Apple device? And my answer is locate the SSID. So if I go over and look at question 13, and sure enough, the answer is D, locate the proper SSID. Because until you locate the proper SSID, you can't verify wireless capabilities. You can't enter the wireless password, and you certainly can't verify an internet connection until after you've entered the wireless password to actually make a connection to the internet. So those are the reasons why. Let's look at question 18. You need to find a new productivity app for your Android-based tablet. Where should you look? iTunes, Google Drive, Google Apps, or Google Play? Oh, I'm not familiar with Android. Well, I know that iTunes goes with my Apple device, so I'm going to guess that it's not that. I know that Google Drive is storage, almost like a cloud storage or a cloud server, so I'm guessing it's not that one. But Google Apps or Google Play? I'm not an Android user, so I don't know. I'm probably going to have to go look that one up. Okay, I'm playing around a little bit. I do know it's Google Play just because I'm familiar with it, but this is the type of question that you'll get is just being generally familiar. So number 18, sure enough, D, Google Play is the one that we want to look at. All right. 19, an Xbox One X is an example, or Xbox One 10 is an example of what type of device? You know what? I just know that Xbox is a gaming console. I don't need to know the Xbox One X. So yep, there it is. Item C, a gaming console. So that's about all you need to know about gaming consoles. All right, there we go. Chapter 3 is done. It's in the books, as they say. Contact me, mhelped@commonsensesecurity.net. I look forward to your contacts. Until next time, this is episode 32. Adios, amigo.